couch and Kitty kept climbing on his chest, and I'm like, stop it.
Because he's allergic.
Yeah,
so,
it's like he just knew.
And he probably doesn't put himself around cats that much.
No, never. His mom hates cats.
And that's probably why he'll probably, unless you like force a cat on someone, like people can get immune to them, but like I don't know.
If we ever live together, I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, Kitty's not going anywhere.
I got that all recorded, so that's perfect. That's so funny. So we want to talk about doing you.
Doing you.
Doing you.
I feel like we should talk about, like, doing you in, like, different aspects of, like, doing you after a breakup, doing you in life in general, doing you in a relationship, because I feel like so many people don't understand that either.
Like being your own person?
Yes, like when
That
you have
kind
a
of
relationship, it's like you just do whatever
we,
that
like
fucking,
it's like
I hate when people are like,
we.
we. It's like, stop it. I will never be that person.
We. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've annoyingly been that person. Like where I was like, yeah, we'll be there. Like I've like my
Well, if you're
last
coming
relationship.
together, that's definitely understandable.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I don't fucking know.
Or when like girls invite their boyfriends like without telling you, and it's like, why? Wow.
I know.
Remember when Katie was gonna bring that one random guy to the haunted house?
I mean, I bring Jake to a lot of stuff, but that's because I only see him on the weekends,
Yeah, we
and I
kind of
want to see
expect that, though.
you guys on the weekends. It's not like he's not cool, so.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not cool. I'm just saying. Stop it. I'm just kidding. No, that's cool. I like hanging out with Jake. He's cool.
Yeah.
Except for when we go boating, I always have like a different idea in my head of what boating is.
Yeah, no.
And then they just jet ski the whole time. Or not jet ski. They like, what is it, surf?
Yes.
They surf, like wakeboard, kind of.
But your kind of boating is.
Yeah, but my getting drunk at stretches, like, just getting stuff. Yeah, so that's what I think of boating.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Doing you. I feel like I used to, in my past relationship, I literally latched onto every single thing that person did. Like, I revolved my life around everything that they were doing, and it became like a we situation. And it was so fucking annoying.
You just were too involved in it.
I didn't, like, have my own life. Like, I literally was not my own person. I didn't even have my own personality. And then, now, in my current relationship, I feel like I make it a priority to make sure that I never lose sight of myself and still, like, follow my own goals. Because looking back, I was literally pathetic. Like...
Yeah, you have to set your own path. For sure. I don't know, I've just thought about it so many times when I was in a relationship, like, what if I got a job here or there? Like, I would definitely not stay here. I would take a chance to move, whether you were to come with me or not.
Exactly.
Like, you just have to do what you were meant to do.
I think it's just, like, we're both so young where it's just kind of like, why wouldn't you take that chance? And I understand relationships, like, you want them to last, but you're still working on yourself.
Well, and if someone really, really cares about you and loves you and wants to be with you, they'll make an effort to, like...
You'd find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I would never just stay here for a guy, I don't think.
No, I would never do... I mean... I would never say that, like, I would never make some of my decisions, like, based on my relationship. Like, 'cause obviously I'm really happy and I want to try and hang on to it. But if you get a great opportunity, like... if your relationship's meant to be, it'll make it through that.
It'll
like,
last, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's just weird.
I just feel like doing you is not living by the rules, which is kind of how I live. Sometimes I just live how I want and do what I want. And that could probably land me in trouble, but it's not like I do that bad of things that I would be in trouble for. Like,
I feel like you just don't care what people think, and that's what you mean.
Maybe that's what I mean.
Yeah.
As in, like, laws of society.
Mhm.
That I don't follow those rules.
Yeah, which is totally fine because I mean society's kind of fucked up anyway. So.
It really is.
I don't know.
Like, you're supposed to be a certain way and do this and be this way. And, no, like, you don't have to. Like,
I just feel like it's good to be different and be your own person. I feel like everyone follows this, like, timeline, which I noticed about myself I used to do, which a lot of my friends follow, too. I mean, some. Not so much anymore. A lot of people are single now. But I feel like a lot of people follow the timeline of going to school, being in a relationship, getting married, having kids, and like that's just like
a pattern,
a timeline that so many people follow. And it's
Yes.
like even if you're so unhappy with the person that you're with, it's like you still have to, like when I was in my past relationship, like it was a smaller town, and I feel like he had that mentality of like that's what you need to do, and like we weren't even happy together. So it's just kind of like, why would we even move on to
he
that
was
next step?
trying to hold on to something that wasn't there anymore.
Exactly. And like just like doing you, it's just kind of like you shouldn't follow society's expectations of how your life should go. Especially
Right.
being a woman, so many people like need that timeline.
Oh my god, yeah. There are just like so many women that like try to live up to a standard, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like honestly, there are so many women who actually go after what they want to, so which is kind of cool. I can't even think of any examples right now, but I don't know.
My like new thing recently is just like my dad always taught me this, like where you don't need anyone, you only want someone. So it's like I feel like so many women live up to this standard of what like men want or what other women want to be.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, no, I'm going to live to my own standards, do my own thing, be my own person, and if that person doesn't fit into my life, then it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Relationships and friendships, like you just need to do what you need to do. And I feel like so many people live for others.
I mean, yeah. There was actually one thing that my mom told me when I was a little girl that, like, you know, when I started to catch on to things, when people would say, like, you're mine, like, I'm yours and you're mine, my mom would kind of tell me that, you know, even though someone might say this to you one day, you're still your own person, you're still you. Like, nobody owns you.
No.
So I think that's what she was trying to get at is, like, you're not theirs, which is kind of cool. I don't know, that was a really early on lesson. I think I was like 4 or 5. But like my mom like drilled these things into my head when I was a little girl. I don't know. But yeah, I mean like living for yourself too. Your parents expect you to be like even your parents like have expectations for you. I mean like
when it comes to school and your job and stuff, like I know I have some family members that aren't too thrilled that I'm going back to culinary because it's like it is a tricky career. Like there's no guarantee that you're gonna make it in the future. Like I mean I'm not trying to set myself up for disappointment, but I mean it's hard. Like
but if you're really good at it, you'll find your place.
Exactly. It's like just a hard industry to be in, and I just feel like I just don't care what they all think.
I feel like anything right now, like nowadays, is a hard field to get into. Like
definitely,
it's a competitive world out there, and like if you need to go back to school and do that, like go ahead and do you. Like if that gets you to where you want to be, go and do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not too pumped that I'm going back to school after already getting another degree, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, I feel like it'll be worth it.
I went to real estate school, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. And I have my exam next month. Well, proposed exam is next month, so I might not even take it next month. I might wait because I need to study for all this crap. Like, it's really hard. It's very dry, and like the things that you have to know are just like I've never even thought about this when I got into it, but I'm still gonna like go for it and do it and see how it goes, and because that's what life's about, is like taking chances and letting go and doing what you want. So
I feel like that's a huge thing. Like people get so comfortable in their routines, and having a routine is a great thing, but
well, there are times where I'll be at work and I'll just be like, well, this isn't so bad, You know what I mean? Like, I'll just be working and think to myself, well, this isn't so bad. Like, do I really want to do real estate? Like, it's kind of like tricky because you get in that mentality that things are fine the way they are, and you get stuck in a, like, not in a trap, but like in a pattern.
A rut.
A rut. You get stuck in a rut. Yes. Yes. But like, I was even thinking this today, like, what if real estate isn't for me, but what if it is? Like, you never know.
You have to try it out. Like, give or take, I didn't even try HR, but I cannot picture myself having a desk job. Like,
No.
at all. Oh my god. But yeah, it's like, I feel you though. Like, some days I'm like, oh, my job really isn't that bad, but then other days I want to cry and like not even get in my car.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure. I've thought many times I've come home just like in a mental breakdown because I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
well, there's like, that leads into another thing. Like, sometimes I find myself like sitting at my desk thinking of all the other things I could be doing, but then when I'm doing that, I'm also comparing myself to other people's lives too. Like, oh, I could have done that, or I could have done that.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like that's another hard thing about doing you too. Like, you just see how well someone else is doing, or the next cool thing, and it just kind of sucks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, why don't we just win the frickin' lottery?
Right.
Like, don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to worry. I mean, if you won the lottery, what would you do? That's a really good, like, right now, that's a really good time to discuss doing you. Like, what would you do with, what is it, $1.6 billion?
Honestly, I would be really fucking scared to spend the money. Like, I feel like I would just pay everything off, and I would just get really scared to spend it because I've seen, like, horror stories of the lottery.
Yes.
And it's like, it's gone in like 2 years because they just spent their money so dumb. I don't know. I don't really know what I do.
I would get a financial advisor for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they would be, I mean, that's a crazy amount of money. Like, you would never even need a financial advisor. Like, but some people, like,
Yeah.
they make dumb decisions, like you said. I don't understand that.
Yeah. Like, how can you go through that much money?
They just blow it.
Yeah.
They buy whatever, the most expensive. I don't know.
It's insane.
For like the first month, I would probably just like buy whatever I wanted and treat myself.
Definitely. I feel like I
Maybe
would get
buy
some
an island
stuff done. Yeah.
for $1 million. I was told today that $1 billion is 1,000 millions. Is that really what it is? Like 1,000 million. That's $1 billion.
I'm really bad at math.
Oh well, there goes that.
So, to be continued on that.
I wouldn't even know how to count that.
I wouldn't count that.
Your cats are just...
I would hire someone to count that.
Your cats are driving me nuts. They're so funny though.
They are nuts. I don't know, but yeah, I've been having a hard time doing me lately. Being frustrated.
That scarf looks like you. What is it? It's cute.
I don't know. I got it from the boutique.
Nice.
It's very nice.
This is not a sponsorship. Speaking of that, when we were out on Thursday last week, was it Thursday? Yeah, it had to be. Brandon Williams, we went out for Dave's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tia, his girlfriend, threw him the most
Amazing.
adorable party at 4:30. Like, that was the most cute thing ever. She's just the sweetest, honestly. But I was going to say, Brandon Williams was like, you know, your podcast, you should do it like a video podcast. And I was like, oh, why? And he was being really nice and saying, like, we have good style and, like, people would like to see us rather than just hear our voices. And he was like, you got a good thing going on for you, or something around the lines of that. And it kind of just, like, made me feel like he was being really genuine and he meant that. So that was pretty cool.
I actually think that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this right now, why don't you drop a comment all our followers. Drop a comment on our comment into our comments section of this video and tell us if you want to see us. Tell us. We're not going to do anything freaky though. We're just going to like talk. That's all we're going to do.
No, this isn't going to be some like Pornhub shit where shit gets weird. Like, this is not that. No, I mean, that'd be
what
fun.
if it happened?
I definitely could not look like this when we're recording. I need to.
No, like the nice thing about a podcast is you can look like absolute shit if you wanted to.
I'm literally just scrubbing it right now. That's fine.
Me too. I went home and I changed into like comfier clothes. I was like, yes.
Mhm. That's what I dig about it, and I can have my purple wine teeth without judgment.
We can drink wine with that. Well, you can probably hear us setting it down on the table and stuff like that, but yeah.
No, that'd be fun.
It's just like a thought of like where we would do it and like what. Like it would be a little bit of planning.
I'm very awkward on video, so it'll be fine.
I think we were awkward on here before too, but we
got used to it.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start doing things on a regular basis. You practice. Practice makes perfect.
Yes, it does.
This one is pretty good. What is it?
Apothic.
Apothic red. Is it apothic or apothearthic? Apothearthic.
I'm gonna pretend you just didn't say that.
I'm gonna pretend and yeah, we'll just pretend I didn't say that.
My stomach is going crazy.
So I got these candles at Aldi, the 3-wick ones. I'm like putting my hands up to show you what like they're like.
Everyone
the big
can
ones,
see this
the
right now.
3-wick.
Nicole's like making a huge hole with her hands.
Yes.
What is that?
It's a sandwich, okay?
A candle.
It's a candle. It's a candle. So, Aldi sold these candles and they're like pumpkin something spice, and they were just like super cheap and really good quality. I don't know. I just had to rant about those for a second because they smell delicious and I love candles. And when candles are on sale,
you buy like 30 of them.
I bought 2 because I didn't get a cart and I was just getting stuff to make pumpkin pie. So I just like put everything in my arms and then I saw stuff that I wanted and I just was like, I asked the person in front of me in line if I could go ahead of them because I had less stuff than them. They were like, yeah, go for it. Oh my gosh. People are so nice sometimes, but sometimes they're not.
Some people are fucking dicks.
What was that?
Some people are dicks.
Dicks. Did I tell you about when I went to the Packer game on Monday? How I
got screamed at?
No, well, yeah, I mean, I got screamed at, but I was like, there was this really long line, and I was like, I'm not about to wait in this line. I have to pee now. So I pretended that I knew that I was looking for someone in line, and as soon as I got to the front of the line, I ran into the first stall that was available. And then once I was done, this woman came up to me and she was like, you know, there are lines for a reason. I was like,
you were just doing you.
Yeah, exactly. I was just doing me. Like, society sucks. But like, honestly, what if I got really sick or something? Like, all of a sudden had like explosive diarrhea. She had no right saying that. I mean, I get where she's coming from because like, yeah, it sucks being butt in line, but like,
if you really have to pee.
Yeah.
Man.
Plus, nobody was with me, so I was by myself, and I don't want to wait by myself in that line. You never know.
I understand that.
Yeah. But it was a fun game. I remember.
Definitely in a weird mood today.
You're in a weird mood.
I don't know.
You're in a weird mood.
What
did you do this weekend?
What did
you went
I
to
do?
that
Went to a haunted house.
and then you went with Jake's mom somewhere.
Yes, I went shopping with Jake's mom. We got lunch. Actually went really well. I feel like I'm more comfortable now.
That's good
takes me a really long time to warm up to people. And I feel like once you admit that to people, though,
Yeah.
it helps, I guess, them understand.
I think in a way it does. I never tell people that, even though it does take me a while.
Yeah.
But, like...
Just because sometimes I feel like I get along with parents really well, but sometimes I just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad at small talk. And I mean, to be honest, I fucking hate small talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always have. I'm always really awkward about it. I get really warm. And
yeah, it just gets annoying because they're like, well, how's life? You know?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
It's good.
Yeah,
like,
I just don't
what
like
do you
it.
say?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just... Can I talk? I just find it better to, like, admit if you're, like, more shy and stuff. Some people kind of understand, but definitely way better.
Well, John's mom used to, like, talk about how excited she would be about, like, planning a wedding, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, not yet. Not ever.
It's crazy to think about that. I remember when I was younger, I used to think that, like, I would have been married by the time I was, like, 24 or 25. And now I, like, look back and I'm like, if I would have been married to the person that I'd probably be married to, holy fuck.
If I'm not married until I'm 30 or even after that, I'm totally cool with it.
I just feel like it happens when it happens. It doesn't matter.
The timeline
That's
thing.
the timeline thing. That's just about doing you. Like, that's what I love about our generation, though, right now. Everyone is, like, so, like, people fucking hate millennials.
But we're the best.
I think it's annoying because, sorry, that we're not... I'm not saying everyone settles. That's really shitty of me to say. But it was more common back then to meet someone when you were 18, to get married, have kids, and boom. Like, that's your life. Yeah. Right there. And I just feel like our generation is more of, like, dream.
Well, let's explore this world before we have children.
They want to explore and, like, they...
have a job.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, in the Midwest, it's very common for people to get married younger. Like, it's just more of a thing, but I just don't like it.
It kind of creeps me out that, like, people my age are, like, getting engaged and getting married. It just, like, it freaks me out, but, like, I'm happy for them if they're happy.
Oh, I'm definitely happy for the people that it works out for, but, like, knowing myself, I could never do it. Like, I don't even know who I am really yet. Like, why would I want to legally commit? And to be honest, I want to get married someday, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
like, hey, I love you. We're going into this relationship together, but let's have a big celebration only to celebrate a legal contract to further our relationship.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know. I just think it's weird. I just feel like it'd be cool to have a wedding. Like, every, I don't know, lots of little girls want to have their dad walking down the aisle and wear the pretty dress.
I'm not traditional like that.
And I just don't, I don't know. I just don't really care. I feel like if I'm just happy with someone and it's fine, because to be honest, most married couples that I've met, like, when they get married, it changes everything. And I don't know why, because it's just a piece of paper, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a label.
Yeah.
Is it the label that changes?
Yeah. Well, like, you always hear so many guys that are just like, oh, like, your life is over, or, you know? And it's just kind of like, why is your life over?
What? Can it just be beginning?
Yeah. So it's just kind of like...
Isn't that the point of getting married, is new beginnings?
So my thing is, like, if I just don't get married, I just don't care. And that's another thing of doing me. Like, my family expects that I'm going to get married probably within the next, like, 4 or 5 years. And I don't.
Yeah. They can expect it, but they won't be seeing it if you don't want it.
Or, like, kids. Like,
oh, shoot, yeah.
Grandkids and stuff like that. Like, we all know my view on babies. Like, I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
I get freaked out. So I had a dream the other night that I was, like, pregnant.
Oh my god, those are the worst dreams in the world.
And it was just so weird because pregnancy kind of, like, really freaks me out. Yeah. Like, it's beautiful and it's natural, but I'm just freaked out by it.
I don't really want it happening in my body.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm freaked out because I'm so scared.
Mm-hmm.
like what's going to happen to my body, but I don't know. I do think that if I find the right person, I'll have children with them.
Yeah.
Someone who's worthy of sharing DNA with.
It would be cool to have a mini-me, like...
Walking around, oh my god, mine would be the devil child. I swear, I was such a spoiled little brat.
I just feel like that's another thing about doing you. Like, I don't know, I just really like our generation for that. Everyone's, like, following their dreams, doing what they want to do, no one really settles. Like, yeah, I feel like relationships don't really last in our age anymore. Like, that sucks to say, but it's true.
But some really do.
Some really do. Like, some do. But a lot of people make it very clear that they don't want anything serious.
It'll be interesting to see, like, 10 years from now. Like,
well, did you hear that? I saw, like, an article the other day on Facebook about how most millennials are staying married.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, okay, well, we're all super fucking young. But I mean, millennials are still in their 30s, right?
You read it off of Facebook? Was it
Yeah.
off a reputable source?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure. That's what's wrong with millennials, is we get our news from Facebook.
But I mean, like, it had statistics and shit. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know.
It was like an actual article.
Yeah. Like millennials
reputable.
are in their 30s. Yeah, like, it was from, like, an actual news source. Like, it wasn't from fucking Bustle or, like...
Yeah. See, that
Elite
makes it sound
Daily.
more reputable than saying, yeah, I read it on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah. Oh my god, my nose. I'm allergic to cats too.
Funny. Just have some cats here.
Love cats. Yeah. I'm so allergic to cats. I can't believe how allergic I am. But it's fine. So, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And a golfer.
And a golfer. See, I'm just going to be like a wildcat. I decided to
I'm a
call it
mouse.
a
Duh.
wildcat. I'm a mouse. Duh. I'm going to be a wildcat. It's like a cheetah leopard thing. I've told you this already. There's Snapchats and whatnot. But I don't know what I'm going to be for if I'm going to go out twice. I just kind of plan on going out once and...
Just double wear it.
Double wear it? Double
Who
wear it?
cares? Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, why not?
Do you?